Hi everyone, welcome back to Through Alchemy. So today's reading is going to be all about how does your aura speak for itself. It's going to be a fun reading. We have 3 piles from the left to right. The first pile is Polychrome Jasper. The second pile is Fluorite. And the third pile is Prehnite Palmstone. Pause if you need a little bit longer. Pick the one which calls your name the most. Now I'm going to begin with pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the Polychrome Jasper, this is going to be your reading. So along with the picture in the thumbnail, this was kind of the picture that inspired me to do this reading. I would pre-assume that you have kind of a witchy vibe to you, like the way you dress up or just the way you show up. There's certain particulars about the way you dress up is what I see over here. Especially with the heart stone, I think that you give this sort of energy where it's like your attention is difficult to gain. um and I feel a pressure over here. It's almost like people kind of fall in love with you or just your aura, because your energy speaks like a siren is what I'm hearing. Like it really makes you wanna follow it around or something. It's very alluring, but it's kind of enticing. That's the right word. Thank you, Spirit. It's like I'm hearing a superpower. It's like, especially with the antennas on her head and the elk ears, I feel like there's definitely some sort of I don't know, I'm hearing the word superstition. It's almost like when you show up, definitely quite spiritual, whether you recognize it or not. There's something quite enticing, like a temptation, or just, I wouldn't even say like a temptation in a bad way, but people feel tempted to follow you around, especially when I just keep getting the image of being at a club or a party. Perhaps let's just say that it feels more like a house party kind of a thing, like where you're with a couple of friends or close friends and you're one of the most intriguing personalities over there, is what I'm picking up. So I'm going to flip your cards and we're going to see what we have. I'm getting like you seem to be like catch me if you can, like difficult to attain. We have the ocean bravery in reverse. You intimidate people with your aura. We have grounding and practice compassion. See things from a fresh perspective. You get people thinking like, what the fuck is that? Like, I'm just getting that reel or whatever it is. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, it's almost like I'm also hearing like you kind of feel trendy, like your aura. It's a lot based off assumptions on your looks, and I just see that the sunlight just came in over here. There's duality to your persona is what they think of. So this is all about, aura. Like we're not talking, but we're understanding what language or the energy is speaking to us, right? So I feel like you're all like, I'm hearing the word meticulous. Like it's all like you take care of yourself and it shows, and you're very particular about the way you show up. But it's kind of natural. It's not too uptight or too much overdone or something. I really don't feel like you try to overdo yourself. You try to accentuate your physical features. You know how to dress yourself, perhaps. Are you starting to understand that? Um, for a few people, you don't like to dress too revealing. Just the right places is what I'm hearing. Like there's a good balance, and your energy speaks a lot about your grooming. Like it shows that you care for yourself. You care about how you look. And then we have 15, which reduces to 6, and then we have 36 again. We have grounding reducing to 9, and then we have 3 again. So the common denominator is 3. People suspect that this is somebody I'll have to chase, or it's just that catch me if you can energy that I keep getting. Um, it's a little bit like I get like a celebrity vibe, like you stand out, and it's giving like it doesn't have to be that you have a social media platform, but people often wonder what do you really do for a living, because I think that you dress quite eccentric. Now that's why I feel like there's this notion of it being quite spiritual. And we have reunion of souls. So definitely, this enchanting energy that comes from within is because of your soul, because of your soul, excuse me, and it exudes so much love. Especially you chose the Polychrome Jasper. This is really just talking about your heart imitates itself out. So the way I see this kind of playing out is almost like people kind of feel like I know you from somewhere, or they feel like they can get to know you. I don't feel like you're an uptight person, is what I hear. But there's definitely something about you, like your aura is sweet, is what I'm feeling, and it intimidates other people, and it's probably a little bit oppressed, or not even shallow spirit, what would be the right word, like it's mellow. Yes, it's mellow. Like, how do I say that? It's got a big presence, like it spreads out, people notice you, they know you, they feel your presence, your energy is loud, but it's mellow. So like it spreads on a bandwidth level, but it's not exactly very high where you sound like you want to take too much space in that place, is what I'm hearing. So I'm gonna flip out a few cards. Angel guys, spirits, please help me connect with pile number one's energy. How does their aura speak for itself? I mean, I know it's about aura, but there's something definitely about your melody, like your voice, once they hear it or whatever it is. It's soft. It's soft, whether you're a man or a woman, it's soft. It's relatively, it's calming. That's why these people, when they talk to you or just get to know you, like your aura is more on a compassionate level, like, here, I got you this, like, do you want to get another refill? Like, it's just giving me acquaintance vibes. Like your aura just gives, I'm here and I'm here. Like, I'm here. Let's talk. Let's chat. Let me get to know you. I'm gonna take this in reverse. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. You make people feel intimidated. At first I think they judge you by looks. They think that you're all about your looks. But something about your aura still lets them know that there's more. There's more. Just look at the bracelet that they're wearing. Maybe you wear crystals. Just look at the pendant that they're wearing. Just look at the rings. Just look at their manicure. Like, that's a cool nail art. Like, let me ask them what's the story behind this or that. I'm going to take this in reverse. We have Judgment in reverse again. um I feel like they get their own judgments reflected back. It's almost like if somebody's judging you for being underdressed or overdressed, they're gonna think about themselves and be like, oh, I was thinking the same about myself. Like, does that make sense? Like, when you're judging someone and they're wearing something that you're wearing in another color, or something that, like, close by, like it's a close family, and you're just realizing, oh my god, like, I'm being two-faced right now, or I'm having double standards. This is what you make people feel. We have Libra energy and Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So definitely I see this with the Hierophant, Taurus energy. A very sensual energy with the Nine of Cups. You look content. You look like life of the party. Like, you're happy to be there, is what I'm feeling. And last card that we flip over, Jupiter. Thank you, Spirit. So this definitely confirms the fact that you come across as like a big spirit. Your spirit is like prevalent. It's not here to occupy too much energy, but it's definitely scattered around. Like, you're in two places at once. Like somebody is having a conversation over there and it's not with you, and they're still feeling you around. Like they're intrigued. Like they're like, I want to get to know this person. Like I feel like they'll be like this, that, and this. And it's only because they're getting their insecurities reflected back. Like you're a mirror. Whether you realize this or not, it's a healing potency within you. That's why they feel like, when they talk to you, or perhaps when they get to interact with you, that's when they realize like, wow, like I feel so connected to them. Like they're nothing like what I pre-assumed to be. And I mean, they wouldn't probably realize right off the bat that, they're like, they're projecting insecurities. But I definitely feel like something about your looks, especially your eyes, and all those, like, eyes are the gateway to our soul. So they see that, like, Jupiter is the big spirit. It's like, um you tend to make people feel small. This card does denote that energy of like insecurities, and I think that you reflect back that energy to people. Pile number one. So before we conclude this reading, I'm going to pull out two more cards. I'm going to take this in reverse. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. See, we have a lot of threes over here, so people kind of think that, you're just like magnetizing, so they don't want to be in a third party. If there's the opposite gender sexually interested in you, they don't want to be chasing. That's why they get insecure, self-worth issues. So your aura is big, it's reflective, but it's not like, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. Like, it's not asking for attention, it's just standing in the corner and it's making itself known. I'm getting like a spider's web. It's like, come closer, take a look, come closer, and you get entrapped into that. Taking this upright, we have the Page of Swords. um Whenever they go back home or whatever happens, like, you are the one that they do remember. Like, if you locked eyes with someone, you locked gaze with someone, they remember certain things you wore. Especially when it comes to your legs or just your skin, it looks very supple, and your hair especially. So, hair shows a lot of wisdom. So even though they judge you quite a lot, I think that not a lot of people, this could depend, but I don't think a lot of people get to clarify their sort of like insecurities, or this feeling. Like, if they get to talk to you, then they understand like, wow, this is a compassionate person. But unless and until they get to talk to you, before the aura is speaking like, I'm too good for you, and that's just their shadow being outwardly imitated or making itself known, that you feel small in front of this person. Your light is bright, basically, pile number one. And we have Ten of Wands, so heavy attraction. They do tend to think about you. And we have the Queen of Cups. Again, I spoke about this falling in love, but it's all about your compassion. It's your energy. It's really fulfilling. Like how you have a good meal is what I feel. Like, your energy is like a recharging force for a lot of people when they come around you. Life of the party. All right, pal number one, this was your reading. I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. And I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello, pile number two. If you chose the gorgeous Fluorite tumble. Oh, this is Tower. I said tumble. I feel like immediately when I look at your picture, Gemini. I hear Gemini. Like, there's twins over there. Like, at least I perceive them to be twins. There's two people standing over there with the picture in the thumbnail. They're different, but they're same, is what I feel over here. I feel guided to pull out a few cards. Angel guides, spirits, please help me connect with pile number two's energy. How does their aura speak for itself? I feel like definitely there's duality. No kidding over here. I'm gonna take this in reverse. We have the Four of Wands in reverse. I'm hearing aggressive. Your aura feels like it's out to win. I was getting it's out to get people, but I just think that it's very strong. You have more of a masculine energy, a gender non-specific. I just feel like it's like you come across as one way, but your aura speaks for you in another way. Like you probably look really humble, but your energy exudes power. It exudes like I'm gonna fuck you up. Like it's kind of like that. Like your aura. Um, and I feel like in this instance it's giving me like the energy that you're sitting in an environment and you're talking to a few people or something like that, but the aura is like something that it's exuding itself before you use words or you make yourselves known. So I feel like with energy you're understood as a force to be reckoned with, whether you understand that or not. There is definite aggression over here, okay? Take if that resonates, but what I see over here is authority. There's aggression. It's like people don't really want to ruffle your feathers. They don't want to be the bad guy in your book. I'm gonna take this card upright. We have the Knight of Cups. So this dualistic energy, which is all about, you look assertive, but the other part of you is very warm, is what they realized later on. We have the Fool, Gemini, and Virgo again. There's definitely dualistic energy over here, and you come across as quite arrogant, okay? But then later on, it's kind of evaluated that you're actually very friendly. You just don't let people get that close to you. So I feel like this is relatively a little bit more on a cohesive level rather than pile number one through experience. We have Sun, definitely. Thank you, Spirit. So they are telling me that you have a big spirit, okay? um there's boldness to your character. There's also clarity. It's feeling like when you come across, see, I said the tumble, but the tower exudes or generates a lot more energy. It's just designed that way, it's shaped that way, and this is what I feel. It it begins off with the sea green blue colors, and then it comes to the crown chakra with purple. So it's like people see you having a swift tongue, sharp tongue, like swift comebacks, or you just look very quick, like maybe you're very hands on with your movement wherever you do. And your aura speaks for itself, like assertiveness. Don't walk in my way, don't rain on my parade. But if you're willing to have a heart to heart conversation, I'm gonna open up to you. Like, I'm gonna open up to you and we can have a good chat about it. It's not at all like fussy, but it's like presumed to be fussy with the sun. So this is giving again Leo energy. It's big energy, right? It's ambitious. It's like I got things to do on my plate. You come across as quite busy, or like somebody that's hard to um perhaps even settle down, is what I'm hearing. Like you're always on the go, you've got things to do. And I think that this energy tends to captivate people because it's like, wow, like there's something so gooey inside, but then it's also like, oh, touch me not, like I got things to do. So there's attitude over here. Ask for help, what you really need. Be willing to accept support. Thank you, Spirit. So they are telling me this energy where it's like if somebody wants to come and talk to you, or your energy is like you're misjudged. So that's how I see things playing out. It's not just your aura, because I think that to an extent it can be a facade where you are this force, but then it's like there's this part of you which requires trust, which comes through. So your aura is a little bit misleading. Pile number two is what I'm seeing over here. I don't think, and I'm gonna take a random hit at it. It's because you don't completely show your authentic self out there. It could be because of your rough past or whatever it is, but your aura is a little bit misleading because it comes across as quite defensive or very authoritative and assertive. I'm hearing let's go shopping, losers, but then how it sounds like let's go shopping, losers, but what we're doing, let's spend quality time, my friends. So I mean, that sounds like a little bit misleading when you say let's go shopping, losers, right? So I feel like this energy is a little bit difficult to interpret, but at the first glance, it comes across as very busy, very chaotic. Like your aura speaks like I got shit to do. So that's the song I'm hearing. I think it's by Travis Scott. I don't know. We have psychic development and growth in reverse. So this gives me anger. This really gives me anger. See, you might not like this, but there's a reason why you chose the pile at first glance. So, um, I do see this as an analogy where it's not bad. It's just a little misleading. It's like you need facts. You need to get to know me. And with psychic development, it's almost giving me there's more than meets the eye, right? So your aura is also penetrating. It's like I think that you look quite busy, but it's like you're picking up notes. You're picking up notes of people that are around you and you're gathering information on them. So your aura looks misleading, yet it feels like you can't fool this person, like you can't mess with them is what I'm trying to say, right? So with ask for help, I do think that once you tend to spend that time, it's like your walls start coming down, so your aura automatically starts imitating the real authentic self, right? So I see how this reading is progressing over here. I see that it takes time for you to drop your walls and start being real. Not a bad thing, but I just feel like with psychic development, I think that people tend to develop an emotional bond with you that speaks louder than words. So that's why we have this coming out in the aura. Like it's like your energy starts, it's like captivating them, encapsulating them is the word I'm getting. Like it starts hugging those people. And people, I see this with ask for help and growth. It's almost like your aura is also like, I'll take care of you, like regardless of however it comes across. It's like you seem like a reliable person. Like if I give this person a task or a job, I know they're gonna get it done. So that's why this busy energy doesn't feel like complete arrogance, right? It just feels like I got shit to do. I'm gonna take this card reverse. We have the Ten of Cups again. Definitely your aura does come across as like you can't commit to this, or this person is not gonna commit to me, because they just look like it tends to pierce apart with the sun over here. It tends to pierce apart within people where it's like who feel um let's just say people who have um daddy issues, father issues is what I'm seeing. They tend to like want to come towards you, but they don't, because it's also like it tends to pierce apart within them, which starts feeling unworthy of attention since you're so busy. And like your aura starts making them um it makes them remind of something from their past, like something which tends to put up a facade, but then it's like really warm inside. It's like entrapment over here, where it's like um it's self-fulfilling. Okay, it's definitely self-fulfilling. I don't think that you're going and doing this out there, but your aura or your energy just tends to call in people who have a difficulty handling their own life. Okay, that's why these people who have a little bit of corrupted masculine energy within them, they tend to get more enchanted towards you, because they feel like you can help them. You can help them through a phase in their life where they're stagnant. I don't feel like this is an energy which is just like I'm just met you in a party and it's acquaintance shit going on. This feels like I've sat down with you a couple of times, I've gotten to know you a little bit, I see how busy you are, I see how calculated you are, and I feel like there's something missing in me and I would like your help. And why do I want your help? Because I just got to know you. That's what it's giving. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. It it definitely provokes a part within people where they don't feel complete enough. That's what I'm seeing over here. Um, I think that you don't realize, or whether you do, you do tend to pick up on other people's energies. Like, so sometimes if you're just sitting with a person and they're just expressing something like that happened to them, and then you just get into a flow of it, and the next 2 days you're just thinking about it, shake it off. Sage yourself or do some protection prayer, because you're absorbing other people's emotions. And that's why we have the sun energy. There's a dualistic energy when it comes to the sun. Like, there's a bright aspect to you, but there's also the moon within you. That's why we have the Gemini energy over here. Quite intellectual, but then Gemini is also the withholder of the Lovers card. So, again, you're on the go, but then there's part of you that just gets people stuck onto you, like, oh my god, you're like that teddy bear. I really want to get hugged by you. I want to get coddled up by you. Yes, thank you, spirit. So this is what I see over here. I'm gonna take this upright Queen of Pentacles. You seem like the way you handle yourself and your responsibilities, and you just seem to have this level of self-worth. And then again, you just seem like a catch, but somebody who they feel like would not commit to them. This is feeling very romantic. People tend to catch romantic feelings for you quite quick, more than you would realize, and I think that you try to hide this. We have the Emperor underneath. Thank you, spirit. So Aries energy, this really co-resides with the sun, and then we have the Three of Swords. Thank you, spirit. So this literally confirms what I said, that they just doubt their ability to be with you or be that person for you. This feels very, very romantic, not at all platonic. Even if people pretend to be like friends around you, I think that sometimes they tend to like wander off into their fantasy land, like how it would be, and to conclude this reading, pile number 2, we have Bushfire's Fury. You uphold a mirror in a way which makes them realize where they lack control in their life, because you seem a little bit too organized or too busy. Like, I keep getting the word busy, like on the go. You don't sit down. And I hear from spirit there's a reason for that. We're not discussing about why do you do the things you do, but I do feel that it makes people reflect upon, why am I so laid back? Where is my inspiration to create my true life, or the life that reflects me? So a part of you that looks misleading also reminds people a part of their life that is misleading to other people. So pile number 2, I'm going to leave this reading. If that resonated, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated, and I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello pile number 3, if you chose the Prehnite Palm Stone, this is going to be a reading. Right off the bat, I think that with the picture in the thumbnail, this is like beautiful, like her hair, the roses, the fire in her hand, and then she's showing quite a lot of skin, which feels like it's very mellowed down with her attire, and there's skull at the bottom as well. All in all, this just exudes like main character to me. Like, it just exudes main character. This it kind of feels like alien like to me for some reason. This just gives me the vibe like, are you real? Before beginning off with this reading, I did get the energy of like I got the vision of a white fairy. So it's almost like you look very surreal, like, do you really exist? Because I think at the face of it you come across as very soft, feminine. Your aura speaks itself as soft, delicate, well spoken, kind, a little bit like damsel in distress. But I think the more that we get deeper into this energy, there's a fire within you, there's a fight within you, is what I feel. I feel guided to flip the cards, so we're gonna start off with this. We have sexual energy, and we have home in reverse. So I relatively do pick up this energy. People get very attracted to you. There's a sex appeal definitely with all the skin showing is what I feel over here. I think that you carry it off really well. Um it doesn't feel extremely tantalizing or seeking for validation when you try to express yourself the way you want to, whether it's covered or stripping down a little bit. I feel like this is like, first of all, people generally do notice your body, your aura. Definitely comes in hand, and I feel like you might have a golden or an indigo aura or a teal. Again, these are all colors which soothe you, and then there's a fire also, which it's just I'm kind of getting lost looking at her because that's the vibe that I feel like. People, you probably catch people just staring at you because first of all, they're turned on. Like I feel like they're turned on big time. There's something about it, doesn't have to be completely about your body, but it's just like your energy. I feel like the face, you have a really alluring face. There's like prominent facial features. Maybe you have proportionate facial features like the eyes, the nose, and the lips. um and I feel like people just if they have never met you, they just genuinely find you to be quite beautiful. And I think that if you're a woman, you tend to do your makeup really nicely, so that enhances your facial features. Maybe you wear like no long artificial nails or something. Like there's a lot of like fancy is what I'm hearing, like fancy. Like I'm high maintenance, and I eat skulls for breakfast. Like this is just giving badass, but it's I I don't want to take away from the fact that you would be spiritual or you look like that, but then again, you also keep up with the trends. So something is a little bit similar from pile number one, but it's very different. Like this energy feels like feeding upon it. Like you don't realize that your energy lingers around like a fragrance, or perhaps literally, maybe you also have a really nice scent to you. I'm hearing body odor, not just like a perfume or something. um, and I think that this energy gives me a lot about people I've been around. Like there were different circumstances and environmental setups that I saw channeling pile number one and two, but this feels like when you walk into a room or you're going to an event or somewhere, it's like you're quite recognized or you're unforgettable, is what I'm hearing. I'm gonna flip a card. We have sublimation. This gives pride. Sublimation, it's like, we talk about ego sublimation, it's like the thinning down. Perhaps I'm getting the image of separating oil and water. This is what I feel like. You're like oil, is what I'm feeling. Thick skinned, okay. um can't be hard. Like it's like you feel feminine, but then there's also this energy of confidence which says, hello, I'm not here to play or get played either. And then again, people also feel like it's just an energy, take no offense, but they don't think that a person like you would settle down, or they would perhaps like to settle down with you. There's a lot of energy like, quickly, I just want to get a taste of it, because it feels unattainable. It's nothing on you. I feel like people tend to really feel low about themselves when they're around you. Definitely, I feel like tapping my nails. Like there's something about particulars, like you're very detail oriented, is what I also feel. I'm gonna flip out another card. Wild change. They don't think that you will change. They don't think that, why the heck would somebody so beautiful who can get like a lot of people, it's like that sort of lack mentality. Like people still think um a few lower vibrations around you still feed upon you. There's a heavy sexual appeal. Like I am stuttering my words and I feel heated. I feel hot, I feel heated right now, especially in my heart chakra. So there's a tingling effect like over here. I really just don't feel like, like I'm drooling or like I'm flattering you, but that's the energy that I get. Like your aura speaks of, I want to tame you, I want to wife you, hubby you up, but then I don't feel like you would do that. Like, I really want to ruin you, is the vibe that I get. Angel guide spirits, please help me connect with pile number three's energy. For some reason, my mouth is also getting watery. Like, this is pure channeling, is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna take this card in reverse. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. I think that you keep your heart pretty closed off, or you just come across as, I just have to say, like a badass, like somebody who does not want to commit. And that's your energy. Like your aura speaks of, I'm here to have a good time, not a long time. So they're more fixated upon, like, okay. And I think that it puts people in their toxic femininity. Like they want to find a way to get around you. And they also know that they're not looking to settle down, perhaps, is the energy that I get with the ego sublimation. But I feel like there's a catch to it. There's a catch to it where it's like maybe they think that, they're just in here to just appreciate your beauty and yada yada yada, but they find that spark within you which is captivating, which entraps them. And then there's, I think that this seems like somewhere where you're a little bit known, or however your aura speaks volumes, is what I'm hearing. It's known for kind of like having past lovers, or a few of them, is what I'm hearing. Or you just give off this energy, like your aura speaks like there might be a lot of people behind her, or who's really good enough for her. So this is that energy, what I'm saying. Like they try to get a piece of whatever they can, but they don't feel like they're capable enough or have substance in them to actually withhold you for a lifetime or a good commitment, right? So I'm gonna take this card in the reverse. We have the King of Wands in the reverse. They tend to become cowardly around you. They feel small. With the sublimation, definitely. Not does this only signify your level of stature and confidence within. And again, I can't ignore the fact that there's a lot of, like, it's like you have embraced your femininity, right? And it exudes that supple fertility. Your energy exudes that outwardly. So even if you're not this kind of frivolous with your sexual energy, it's just very tempting. It's very magnetized, right? It's a gift within you as well, because sexual energy manifests in a lot of ways. Sexual energy is very potent, so that's what they want to get a piece of. And I see that it makes them cowardly, whether it's a man or a woman. It just makes them realize that, oh, I walk around here and there being like the guy or the girl, but then when I come across this person, somebody just poked me in the wrong place. I don't feel as masculine or as macho as I used to, is what I'm hearing. So I just feel like there's a lot of I wouldn't say it's misleading, but it's misinterpreted. Like they don't completely understand that just because you like to express yourself completely, it's not at all to tempt other people, but it's to please yourself. It's coming from self pleasure. You like to look good, is what I'm hearing. Would I take this card up right? Page of Cups. Again, maybe you have people who come across and talk to you and they start stammering because they kind of get like a little bit lost, like they're talking and they just lose their sense of self, is also what I'm hearing with sublimation. Like they lose themselves, like whatever stature or mask they were putting on, it starts peeling off, because the more that they look at you and there's this sense of pure light radiating from within. I feel a lot of purity. There's a lot of rawness over here. Like it's like I'm just being who I am. And it rips off it penetrates through their masks. So this is what I'm seeing, pile number three. I'm going to take this in reverse. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Again, very sexual thoughts. Even if this is somebody who doesn't know you and checks you out across the room, they're gonna check out the silhouette of your body. Um it's just the way it's perceived. Like, it's very sexual at nature, it's very raw, it's very pragmatic. Okay. um and lastly, we have patience. Again, this is that impatience. Love is patient, kind, always. So this is that energy where it's like 17 reduces to 8. It feels wrong, it feels tempting, it feels karmic. Like somebody, it's got to be wrong, it's got to charge me something, it's got to something's got to give, is what I feel. Like you don't attempt to tempt, but you most certainly do that for people. Pile number 3. So I'm going to pull out one last card to conclude this reading. How does your aura speak for itself? I'm going to take this upright. King of Cups. Yeah, I think that this is the aftermath of getting to know you or sticking around. It's like they think that this is just for like once, but the energy is first of all so entrapping, and then second of all, when they get to know you internally, like that fire that you hold within, the goodness, the drive, the battles that you fought, like you open up. You don't have a easy life history. You don't have an easy life history. This is what gets them to be like, oh my god, that this is more than just an arm candy, is what I'm hearing. Oh god. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. She hung up, hung up. A lot of lovers hung up. All right, pile number 3, this was your reading. I'm going to leave it here. I really, really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated, and I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye.